Before I start the video, I'd just like to say that only 1% of y'all are subscribed. If you think you're subscribed but actually aren't, you might want to check that subscribe button. Anyway, let's get into the video. Now today, we're going to be focusing on part 3 of my 3-part series of the Big Three's muscle cars of the 1960s. And last but not least, we have General Motors. Now this time, General Motors dominated crafting machines that combined raw power, eye-catching design, and engineering innovation. Join us as we journey back in time to explore the iconic muscle cars of General Motors from this legendary decade.
Try the new excitement from Chevrolet Camaro at your Chevrolet dealers now.
In 1967, Chevrolet responded to the success of Ford Mustangs with its own contender, the Chevrolet Camaro. The Camaro's debut featured a range of engine options, from the inline 6 to the powerful V8s. The SS models, equipped with a 396, delivered up to 375 horsepower, providing thrilling performance on the road.
I sure like the way it's built. Lowest, widest stance car at its price. It hugs the road like a big car, yet responds like a sports car. I don't think I've ever enjoyed a car more.
And that's not all the Camaro had going for it. Its sleek design with its long hood and short rear deck, much like the Mustang, made it an instant classic. The iconic Z28 model, designed for Trans Am racing, further cemented the Camaro's place in the muscle car history with its high-revving 302 V8.
Clean, sculptured, dramatic styling. All Morocco bucket seats. Your choice of 6 color-harmonized interiors. Distinctive grille. Sporty wheel covers. On the road, it's this. Performance.
The Pontiac GTO, often credited as the first true muscle car, hit the streets in 1964. With its 389 cubic inch V8 engine producing 348 horsepower with the tri-power setup, the GTO set the standard for performance. And by 1967, the GTO featured a 400 cubic inch V8, delivering even more power and torque.
In a GTO, and why wouldn't they? It's so comfortable and beautiful and easy handling.
The GTO's aggressive styling with its split grille and hood scoops embodied the muscle car ethos. Its powerful engines and distinctive looks made it a favorite among enthusiasts.
New Chevelle by Chevrolet. You'll love Chevelle on the open road and on rugged trails.
The Chevrolet Chevelle SS, introduced in 1964, quickly became a mid-size muscle car icon. The 1966 SS 396 model with its 396 engine produced up to 375 horsepower. This car had a blend of power and style which made it a fierce competitor in the muscle car wars.
SS 396, the sleek sensation for 1966.
The Chevelle's bold design with its muscular lines and aggressive stance made it stand out. The 1970 SS 454 with its LS6 engine producing 450 horsepower took performance to new heights.
4-barrel car and go gearing, got a doctor's degree in engineering. Why don't you drive a 442?
And then we have Oldsmobile, which entered the muscle car scene with the 442, named for its 4-barrel carburetor, 4-speed manual transmission, and dual exhaust. The 1968 model featured a 400 cubic inch V8, producing 350 horsepower. Now the 442 offered a blend of luxury and performance that appealed to discerning buyers.
Rocket V8 with 4-barrel quadrajet carburetor. Great road sense. Built in with heavy-duty shocks, springs, stabilizers, front and rear. The 442, for performance, for pleasure. Try out a 442 yourself. Any one of 5 different models at your Oldsmobile dealers. Step out front in style and action. In our
The 442's refined styling, comfortable interior, and powerful engine options made it a popular choice. By 1970, the 442's 455 cubic inch V8 delivered a staggering 365 horsepower and 500 foot-pounds of torque.
He knows I can't afford that.
Rally stripes. A grill just like the beautiful GS 400 has.
Wow.
And hood scoops.
But I can't afford all that.
Just look at that upholstery.
Beautiful.
And all the GM safety features.
Oh, they give you all that too, huh?
And listen to this 340 cubic inch V8.
You know something, Chuck? I can't afford that.
And I saved the best for last. Look at that price.
You know something, Chuck? I can afford that.
Hop in.
Buick GS 340. If you're looking for a sporting machine you can afford, don't miss this one. When better automobiles are built, Buick will build them.
Now, Buick brought luxury to the muscle car game with the Gran Sport. The 1965 GS featured a 401 cubic inch V8 engine, producing 325 horsepower. Now by 1970, the GSX model, with its 455 cubic inch V8, delivered up to 360 horsepower and 510 foot-pounds of torque.
This is Mike Fleischer, Boston Film Distributor. He talks about his 68 Buick GS 400.
It makes me feel like a big shot. My GS 400 shows that I'm a successful guy. Well, I always feel that if you're going to drive, you ought to get a little kick out of it. I drive down the street and people are stop and look. I think it's the sharpest looking car on the road today. Well, I put in a pretty long day calling on my customers. At the end of the day, on a weekend or something like that, if I have a nice date, I like to have the car all washed up and clean and ready to go. Because my GS 400 is the greatest car in the whole world.
What can we add to what Mike Fleischer says? Buick owners keep selling Buicks for us.
The Gran Sport's combination of power, luxury, and understated styling made it a unique entry in the muscle car arena. The GSX, with its bold stripes and powerful engine, became an icon of the era. General Motors' muscle cars of the 1960s weren't just vehicles, they were symbols of freedom, power, and innovation. The Camaro, GTO, Chevelle SS, 442, and Gran Sport each left an indelible mark on automotive history, setting the stage for future generations of high-performance cars, as their legacy continues to inspire car enthusiasts and collectors around the world. And if you like this video, make sure to leave a like for the YouTube algorithm, or if you want to comment, leave a comment down below.